What's up, everybody? My name's Popo, and I've seen a lot of people joining these classes around town and throughout the country, even that they're like $400 or $500 like a session, and these classes are packed full of people. So I'm all about giving out information. I'm really good at doing this, so let's get right into this. And by the end of this video, I promise that you're going to be able to make a perfect crust and a perfect pizza. In this video, we're going to go over the basics of spinning the pizza, stretching the pizza, how to get the crust on the pizza, and at the last, spinning it and throwing it in the air, and the reasoning why you do it. And I'm thinking about making a whole course, like having to break down each one of these step by step. And the best way that I've found is if you practice with just a regular towel and get it a little damp. And you can see right here, I put my thumb right in that corner right there. My fingers are spread. I'm going to show you the other side here, so you can see I'm kind of like if you were to hold a bowl. Your thumb's got to be right in that corner, and then you just kind of toss it, and you just want one full rotation. Again, just put your thumb right here. Go ahead and just put it right there and give it one rotation. And once you do that, you can spin it backwards, and you'll just naturally get the feel for it. And then you'll be able to put your finger up in the air like that and keep it going. Again, it's easier to do this with a damp towel. Right on. And again, you can do other tricks as well. Some people spin their pizzas like this. I'm just showing you on a towel, but I will show you on a real pizza here in just a second. And just good training exercises for your hands and good muscle memory. This is the backhand. And just keep that momentum going. And you shouldn't have to worry so much about your hand doing it. You should be able to feel what you're doing. Don't focus so much on the towel at the moment. And this is what a lot of people do. They show you how to do this with a towel, and it's actually how I learned. I've spun pizza pans, boxes. I like doing tricks of all sorts. But this is a great way to practice. You can actually go out and buy like a fake rubber pizza dough. They have like 14 or 16 inch. I'd highly recommend it if it's something that you really want to practice, but you can practice with a towel. You've seen on my skater video where I put socks on the wheels to make sure I didn't fall. There's different ways to go about doing it, and if you have a towel, you can do this right now. Just make sure it's kind of a square-ish towel. Then you can get into some of these other tricks. But no, I don't make pizza like this, but some people want to get into acrobatics. That's why I say maybe to break this down into separate categories, but I just want to introduce everybody to this whole pizza making thing, because you don't know who's making your food, and it's fun. I enjoy doing it every day just as much as I love making music is what I choose to do. So there's an elbow, a little crazy. You can get a little creative with it, and there's all kinds of videos online that show people juggling dough or spinning dough, but I'm not going to lie, here in St. Louis I would say that I'm one of the top 5 and most likely number 1. Again, just spin that right on the top of your hand, right there where your knuckles are. Because you're not going to want to put your finger in the middle of the dough when you're spinning a dough. Cool. Let's go to this next part and see what we got. This is the slap. We're going to slap the towel back and forth and practice that spinning motion again. Very simple. You just slap it back and forth. Make sure that's rotating back and forth. I'll show you in more detail whenever we get into slapping actual dough here in just a minute. But again, if you guys have any questions or anything like this, or because I really want to go over and show you guys how to make a proper sauce, a proper dough, how to pack the dough, not just make the pizza. I want to go over everything that you need, and even if it goes down to opening up a business, I know exactly how to, like the ovens behind me, I know exactly how to change the pilot lights inside and everything. They're 1934 bludgeon ovens. I know a lot about the pizza industry, so I've been doing it a lot. Not as long as making beats, but I'm a lot better at it. So once you get your spin down, you get your backhand, you spin it back the other way, and just kind of go back and forth, back and forth. And this is all muscle memory, okay? Just have fun with it. It's what it's all about, just having fun. Do not do this. No. You pull that dough out and you rip it out, it's going to ruin the pizza. You want to take it out nice and soft. And you see what I'm doing here with the crust? I made that crust in the bowl, all the way around nice and even. I pushed all the way down, not super hard, because I don't want to kill the bubbles that are in the crust. Once that crust is made, you don't touch it. Now I have a perfect line because I made my crust in the bowl. And it gives me like training wheels all the way around my pizza crust. I'm not touching the middle of the pizza. If you see, my palms are not touching. This is how you get that whole pie. This is the pie. And you hear somebody say, "Oh, I want a pie," and this is what they're talking about. You have one good smack down in the middle. You want the middle thicker because whenever you're going to spin this thing, your hand's going to most likely punch that the first time that you do it. And the more and more you do it, the more gradual that it becomes to where you can actually get away with not busting a hole in it or whatever. And don't be scared to, it's dough, you can patch it up. So here we go, the basics again, like we did with the towel earlier, we're doing the slap. Make sure that this rotates. I should have put a dot or something on the edge of this crust because you can actually see it rotating like a wheel. I'm not just slapping it in one spot, and I'm not touching the middle of the pizza. You can see the crust all the way through. It's a nice crust, and we're just slapping it. And I want it to go almost to where my elbows are. Once you slap it, you want to go to the toss. This is a toss, and you don't even have to spin it. You can actually get away with making your pizza just like this. You want to have your pizza kind of lower to the board so you're not letting gravity stretch your pizza. You want to be in full control of this. So you have your thumbs and everything. We're going to do this from a different angle and put it all together. I made the crust in the bowl. I got my training wheels making my crust. My palms are not touching the middle of the pizza. I go around the outside and very lightly, see that? Now it's rotating. It's up to my elbows. I go for that. I got it nice and low to the board. And here we go. I'm going to show you a different angle here. See my hands? They're all the way at the edge. And again, my thumb, you saw what happened there? That's what we learned the first step. was putting that thumb out there like that. A lot of people say I spin pizzas in opposite direction and I make them upside down. If you're a pizza maniac, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is a backhand, the same way we did with a towel. And you can actually practice with a beach towel. You can go bigger and bigger, and like, instead of trying off a towel out of the dryer, fold it in half, and right where the fold is, put your thumb there and spin that bad boy. But practice with just the regular small towel first, and make sure it's damp, not wet. So I'm going to put that down nice. The sauce. I want to show you guys how to make this sauce. It's not pizza sauce. I'm not pushing down on it. See how you get these spirals like that? You don't want that. You want every bite to... I want to go back and fix this now. You want every bite to be one solid bite. And don't put all the cheese right in the middle of it, because then you're going to have one big gooey mess of the pizza, right? You just punch the middle of that pizza. It's a lot thinner now than it was before. So all that cheese on the edge is going to go right towards the middle, okay? And there's already a line there, so that sauce, no matter what, it's going to go back into that pizza because we made that crust in the bowl. I do sausage different. I take the whole link, and then the next day I slice it through a meat slicer, and yeah, it comes out like that real nice off the link. But put whatever toppings you want on there, and I want to show you guys how to cut these peppers, how to do different stuff, how to be clean and efficient. And then I also, see, we just got a nice little pepperoni pizza. And this is a good technique. If you go back and see what I did, I was putting air under the pizza, so it actually it's very loose. And I want to go over, no, don't do that. Go nice and flat, or else you're going to have wrinkles all in the bottom of your pizza. And I'm going to go and explain this. Here I am in the works, we're busy, we're all holding it down. I work with my wife, and my kids are there, and little family-owned shop. Mad amount of dishes back there. My cousin Brent, my wife, she's in charge of cooking the pies, and I'm making them. 2 daughters there, and it's all about having fun, man, and smiling about the war that we just went through today, and we actually survived and worked together. We went through a whole bunch of dough. That dough right there, I can explain why it's like that. I want to explain why that dough's like that. This is perfect, but tomorrow it won't be like that. It'll look like the dough I showed you a minute ago. It's going to blow out. What kind of cheese, how to make your dough. Cool, guys, so that's what I got for today, and it's been a long, hot one, but I figured I'd shoot something and throw this out there, because a lot of people pay good money to go to a college or some culinary institute. I mean, you can just do it right here. You don't have to go out and do that. Now, I'll walk you through it step by step, and I'm very patient, and if you need any help doing this, let me know. I'm very excited, and I think everybody should know how to make a pizza. I mean, why not? Why go buy somebody? You don't know what they're doing to your food and all that, man. Just make it at home. Do it the right way. It'll be worth it. Okay? It'll be a lot better, and it's really easy. All right, Poli Popo. Thank you very much. I'll holler at you later.